At WWDC 2025, Apple unveiled a host of new features, but the most significant change for the Mac wasn't about flashy hardware or a radical redesign. Instead, it was something subtle yet profound: the introduction of a native phone app in macOS Tahoe. This move might seem small at first glance, but it marks a pivotal moment in the evolution of the Mac. For years, making calls on your Mac meant relying on Apple's continuity feature. Essentially, your Mac acted as a speaker and microphone for your iPhone, piggybacking off your phone's connection. It was convenient, but it always felt like a workaround, never a true independent solution. Now, with the new phone app, things are different. This isn't just a port or a bridge to your iPhone. It's a fully integrated, purpose-built app designed specifically for the Mac. It's not a side feature, but a core part of the macOS experience. This signals a major shift in Apple's vision for the Mac. The Mac is no longer just a productivity tool or a creative powerhouse. It's being positioned as a true communication device, capable of handling calls and messages on its own terms. It's not just about making things easier for users, it's about preparing for a future where the Mac stands completely on its own, fully connected to the world, with no iPhone required nearby. Imagine being able to take calls, send texts, and stay connected from your MacBook, anywhere, anytime. For years, rumors have swirled about a MacBook with built-in cellular connectivity. With macOS Tahoe and the new phone app, that once-distant future suddenly feels much closer and more tangible than ever before. The arrival of the phone app is the clearest sign yet that Apple is laying the groundwork for a Mac that can connect to cellular networks on its own, without needing to tether to an iPhone or rely on Wi-Fi. In this video, we'll break down exactly what this new app means for Mac users today, and how it points to a bold new era for the Mac. One where it's always connected, always ready, and more independent than ever. We'll also explore Apple's ongoing work on custom 5G modems, the potential timeline for when we might see the first truly cellular MacBooks, and which users, like travelers, remote workers, and students, stand to benefit the most from this leap forward. This isn't just another routine software update. It's the beginning of a new chapter for the Mac, one that could fundamentally change how we use our laptops every day. The Mac is on the verge of cutting the cord for good, transforming into a truly mobile, always connected machine. Let's dive in and see what the future holds. The new phone app in macOS Tahoe might look familiar at first glance, echoing the design language of its iOS counterpart, but it's much more than a simple iOS port. Apple has reimagined the experience from the ground up to feel right at home on the Mac. It's a fully native Mac app, with features like Hold Assist. Your Mac waits on hold for you and notifies you when a real person picks up, so you can keep working or relaxing without missing your moment. Call screening transcribes unknown callers in real time, letting you decide whether to answer. You can see exactly who's calling and what they want, before you ever pick up. These features leverage the Mac's power and expansive screen, transforming it into a serious communication tool that's more than just a companion to your iPhone. The app is deeply integrated: richer call notifications, drag-and-drop dialing from anywhere, and seamless access to your contacts, making calling on your Mac feel effortless and natural. It feels like a core part of macOS, not an afterthought. The phone app blends into your workflow, letting you move between tasks and calls without friction. The biggest change? The app is designed to work independently with its own call history and settings. You can manage your calls and preferences right from your Mac, no need to reach for your iPhone. Even though it still needs an iPhone for now, the architecture is ready for a Mac with its own cellular connection. Apple is clearly thinking ahead, laying the groundwork for a future where your Mac can make and receive calls all on its own. Apple could have just improved continuity, but instead, they built a foundation for the future. This is more than a convenience, it's a strategic move. This is classic Apple. Introduce the software first, get users comfortable, then unlock new hardware capabilities when the time is right. It's a pattern we've seen before, and it's playing out again. The phone app is a vessel, waiting for the day the Mac connects on its own. It's ready for what's next, even if you don't see it yet. It's a subtle but powerful move. The groundwork is set, and the future of communication on the Mac is just beginning. Until now, calling from your Mac meant being tethered to your iPhone. If your phone died or lost signal, your Mac was out of luck. Continuity was clever, but it always felt like remote controlling your phone, not making calls natively. The new phone app changes that dynamic. Even in its first version, it manages its own call logs and interface, making the experience feel truly Mac first. This is a crucial shift. Apple is preparing both users and the OS for a Mac that connects to cellular networks on its own. No more juggling devices or worrying about hotspots. The Mac is evolving from a portable computer to a truly mobile one. Always connected, always ready. This is about more than convenience. It's about redefining what a Mac can be. The new phone app is the first visible step toward a Mac that stands alone. The future is a Mac that's as independent as your iPhone or iPad, and it starts with software. The launch of a native phone app is Apple's strongest hint yet that a cellular Mac is coming. For years, rumors and patents have pointed to this, but Apple's silence has been telling. Now the software is here, well before the hardware. This gives Apple time to refine the experience and build anticipation. By the time a cellular MacBook arrives, users will already be used to making calls from their Mac. It won't feel radical, just natural. Apple has used this strategy before: roll out software, then follow with hardware. The phone app is the start of the marketing cycle for the cellular Mac. Apple is planting the idea that the Mac is a communication device, ready to stand on its own. The wait for a cellular Mac is almost over. The real key to unlocking a truly cellular Mac experience is Apple's custom 5G modem, a project that's been years in the making and represents a major leap forward in Apple's hardware ambitions. For years, Apple depended on Qualcomm for cellular modems. But in 2019, they made a bold move by acquiring Intel's modem business. This strategic purchase allowed Apple to bring modem development in-house, giving them full control over the design and integration of this critical technology. The first fruit of this effort was the Apple C1 modem, debuting in the iPhone 16e. By tightly integrating the modem with Apple's own chips, they achieved better efficiency, faster speeds, and improved performance, setting a new standard for mobile connectivity. This level of integration is especially crucial for laptops, where battery life and seamless connectivity are top priorities for users who work on the go. While the C1 modem will gradually expand to more iPhones, the real milestone will be when it finally arrives in the Mac, transforming how we use our laptops. Industry insiders predict that this won't happen until at least 2026, which lines up with persistent rumors of a cellular MacBook launching in the near future. Building a modem for a laptop is no small feat. Apple must solve challenges around antenna design, power management, and meeting strict global regulations, all while maintaining their signature thin and light form factor. Apple's approach is methodical: perfect the modem in iPhones first, then adapt and scale it for iPads and, eventually, for Macs, ensuring reliability and performance at every step. A cellular Mac could debut alongside other major hardware updates, such as the highly anticipated OLED MacBook Pro, signaling a new era for Apple's laptops. Apple's long-term strategy is clear: own every core technology, from custom silicon to software to connectivity, creating a seamless ecosystem that's hard to match. With a cellular Mac on the horizon, Apple is poised to redefine what it means to be truly mobile, anywhere, anytime, without compromise. Who needs a Mac with its own 5G connection? Anyone who works beyond the reach of reliable Wi-Fi. Think real estate agents, construction managers, journalists, people who need to upload files or join calls from anywhere. Right now, they rely on iPhone hotspots, which drain batteries and tie up their phones. A built-in cellular Mac would be instantly online, no tethering, no hassle. This is transformative for mobile professionals, but also for students, commuters, and anyone who wants to work from anywhere. The last tether for the Mac has been Wi-Fi. Cellular breaks that chain. It's not just about internet access, it's about seamless communication too. The new phone app makes the Mac a true calling device. For remote workers, taking calls and collaborating from anywhere becomes effortless. The demand is real, and the hardware is finally ready. A cellular Mac is another piece in Apple's ecosystem puzzle. Apple's strength is how its devices work together: handoff, AirDrop, continuity. A Mac with its own cellular connection deepens these integrations. Imagine your Mac and iPhone automatically sharing the best connection or answering calls on any device. The new phone app on both macOS and iPadOS hints at a future where your number is tied to your Apple ID, not a single device. This creates powerful lock-in. The more Apple devices you own, the better they work together. A cellular Mac would be a major selling point for staying in the Apple ecosystem. It's a feature that's tough for Windows to match, since no one else controls hardware, software, and services like Apple. The cellular Mac isn't just a product, it's a strategic move to strengthen Apple's walled garden. The ecosystem gets even stickier. macOS Tahoe also marks the end of an era. It's the last version to support Intel Macs. The Apple Silicon transition is complete and the focus is now entirely on Apple's own chips. This matters for features like the new phone app and the push for a cellular Mac. Dropping Intel means Apple's engineers can build features that take full advantage of the M-series chips, like AI tasks and integrated modems. Owning the whole stack from silicon to software lets Apple optimize for performance and efficiency. A seamless, power-efficient 5G modem is only possible because Apple controls the chip it's built into. Ending Intel support consolidates that control and lets Apple move faster. The native phone app is designed for the next generation of Macs. Apple is looking forward, not back. The most exciting Mac innovations are still ahead. Put it all together and the message is clear. The native phone app in macOS Tahoe is Apple's strongest signal yet that a cellular Mac is coming. This is Apple's playbook. Lay the software foundation, then deliver the hardware. The new app moves the Mac beyond continuity, making it an independent communication device. Apple's custom 5G modem is nearly ready, and the timeline matches rumors of a cellular Mac in the next year or two. For mobile professionals, students, and creatives, an always-on Mac will be a game changer. The Mac is shifting from a device you connect to the internet to one that's always connected. This fits perfectly with Apple's ecosystem strategy, unifying its devices even further. The new phone app isn't the destination, it's a signpost to the future. The Mac's Wi-Fi tether is about to be cut. The cellular Mac is no longer a dream, it's the next step, and it's coming soon.